Good morning. Good morning, leaders. Good morning and happy Monday to you. Welcome to our 5 a.m. presentation. I'm really glad to be on this platform for the first time and so proud to be here to give you presentation skills for network marketers. Now, before we start, I want to ask who of you are getting a little bit nervous or, not feeling, you're getting butterflies before you present? Just put a one in the chat box to see so that I can see how many of you have those nerves. Ah, yes, I see it. I see it. Thank you so much, leaders. Thank you so much. I think it's most of you. But the thing about presentation is there's nothing to fear when it comes to presentation. And that's really my key message today. That's really my key message. The reason why I'm saying that, let me go to the second slide. Just a brief introduction about myself. That I'm a TV news presenter at NBC for the past 12 years. I also do director of ceremonies for corporate events, and I'm also a journalist by profession. That's what I initially do, and that is who I am. But I'm also a very proud network marketing coach. I'm a supervisor in the business, has been in this wonderful business for the past 1 year now. And I'm so proud to be part of this formidable team. On an academic level, I have a master's degree in international journalism, which I attained in the UK. And then I'm also, on a lighter note, I'm married with three children, and I love to network and I love to engage with people at all times. Next slide, my leader. Now, just to start off, what is good presentation all about? And to have good presentation, it's all about boosting your confidence, and also knowing that you have a reputation. It's really your own personal reputation that you're maintaining. So the good thing about presenting is knowing that you are confident, you're cool, you're calm and collected when you do your presentation. And at times, you also need to build your credibility. It builds your own personal credibility. It builds your credibility as a network marketer. And at the same time, it also allows you to engage with your customers more effectively. Next slide, my leader. Now, just to talk about the energy of presentation, what's the energy that we're supposed to have in presentation? A very positive one. And I don't know whether you can sense it in my voice. I'm smiling as I'm presenting to you today. You need to be excited about what you present at all times. So, no low energy. Low energy, in fact, makes you lose your audience altogether. So, keep the high energy, keep the positive energy, and in that way, you keep the attention of your audience. And of course, like I said, present with smile and with excitement. Be passionate about what you're presenting. Love what you're presenting. Love what you're delivering to the audience. And the good thing about being a presenter is that you are the one that's bringing the story to your audience. So add some warmth to your voice, add some, a smile to your voice, and just be confident about how you're presenting it. At the same time, what I also wanted to bring to your attention is speak clearly and articulate every single word you say at your pace, of course, at your pace. It's very important that people understand what you're saying. As a presenter myself, I love it when people say, Suri, I understand what you're saying. And that's exactly what I want each one of you to get feedback on from your audience when you're presenting and doing your presentations. There's also a habit that we normally have. We want to fill in some filler words like and the uhs and the okay and the you knows. We need to try and avoid that by all means. And the best way to avoid that is to pause. Pause in your presentation before you can think about what you need to say next. In that way, you're calm, you're composed, and you're collected when it comes to presenting. So avoid the ums and the ahs at all times, and also emphasize on keywords. And like I said in the beginning, the key word in this is stay cool, stay calm, and stay collected. And I think that's very important. So before you stress a point, just pause. take a break from your presentation, or just a 1 minute, not even a 1 minute, a 2 second or a 3 second pause, so that you build anticipation of what people want to you, what people think that you're going to say. And I think that is really the beauty of presentation. Next slide, my leader. So, what is verbal communication all about? It's your word choice. Are you choosing positive words? Are you choosing inspirational words? Are you choosing words that call people to action? Or what kind of words are you using? And are these words easy to understand for your audience? Simplify the language. English is not all our mother tongue. Neither is it mine. So it's a matter of finding those words that you can express very confidently and very clearly to yourself and to your audience when you speak. Your tone of voice. What is your tone? Is it a sad tone? Or is it a serious tone? Or is it a happy tone where you just want to inspire and make people feel upbeat about what you're presenting? So make sure that the tone matches the type of presentation that you do at all times. The volume, of course, is very important. Naturally, we are supposed to project our voice more when we are presenting, not necessarily to shout, because shouting is now something else. Then that means that you are kind of, throwing your voice at people, and you're kind of like, throwing them with exclamation marks of shouting at them, and you don't want to do that. You just naturally want to bring them into into the conversation, or bring them into the presentation so that they can understand you better. And looking at pace now, your pace, is it fast or is it slow? Or is it understandable that you are going at the pace that you are normal at, that you are comfortable with? And at the end of the day, you also need to be very clear about how you're presenting. Is there clarity in what you're saying? Do you understand what you're saying? And will the people also understand what you're saying? And I think the clarity is very important when it comes to verbal communication. So those are the 5 main areas of verbal communication that you need to keep in mind. Next slide, my leader. Earlier on, I talked about the power of pause. Now, for all of you, as for all of us that are network marketers, I think this is a very crucial element to use when we are presenting, because not only does it give you time to think about what you're going to say next, it also allows you to allow your audience to the time to think about what you just said. So you need to allow the information to sink in. There's no need to rush. There's no need to feel nervous about it. And because once you rush, you stumble over your words. You make yourself, prone to forget what you're saying, or you kind of repeating yourself all the time. So allow yourself to regain your composure, regain your stature in your presentation, because you are the one that's leading the presentation. So by all means, use pauses very effectively throughout your presentation. There's no harm in that. And I know naturally as human beings, we tend to want to say everything so quickly, but there's no point in that, because people need to grasp what you're saying. So it helps you to emphasize on key points. It helps you to raise a very key element in your presentation. And what is the key element of your presentation? So you need to pause before you announce it, so that you get the attention of the room. And this, in actual fact, also shows that you are confident, you're composed, and you're collected. Next slide, my leader. Now, how do we present with confidence? Know your content. It's very key that you know your content very well, and you also have to rehearse or practice the presentation beforehand. How do I practice? You'll ask me now. Okay, fine. The way you can practice is, to present in front of your family. Present in front of your friends before the time, and ask them, how did I present, and give me some like pointers as to how I can improve. So if you keep on practicing how you can present, then you'll actually improve, because practice, of course, makes perfect. Your facial expression, are you smiling, are you frowning, or are you looking angry, or are you looking too serious? People read your body language, and it's very important that you project the right, composure, or the right expression on your face when you're presenting. It must look that you know what you're talking about. It must also look that you are enjoying what you're talking about. And I think that is really, really key. So, yes, your posture. How are you standing? Are you standing up straight? The best way to stand is, of course, stand tall, because people need to see you, And naturally, as for people that are naturally shy, this is difficult. But the way you need to do it is just stand your ground and and try to find that friendly face in the room. Look for that one friendly face in the room or on your Zoom link who is smiling most of the time. So you tend to look at that person to get your composure back and you get your posture back. So shoulders back, stand tall, and basically do your presentation. Gestures, very important. We always talk with our hands. But the best way to talk with your hands is always keep them in front of your audience, never to the back, because when you take them to the back, you look less confident. You look less, as if you're not knowing what you're talking about. Project with your hands, but of course, project in a way that you know that what I'm saying is giving emphasis to what I'm saying, and at the same time, you're also composed and you're also confident in how you are, addressing your audience. So use your hands when you're presenting, not too much, but also at the same time, it's natural to use your hands because it shows that you are, naturally composed and you're together. And then movement, we tend to always kind of move from one part of the room to the next part of the room. If it's allowable, you can do that, but avoid so unnecessary movement. Stop swaying your body when you're presenting. Keep yourself composed, stand your ground. If you have to move, maybe move a step or two, but don't move around the room too much that you are now people have to follow you with your eyes when you're doing especially a face-to-face business presentation. Next slide, my leader. I asked you in the beginning, do you get nervous when you present? And most of you said yes, but there's no need to actually be nervous about it. And one way of overcoming that nervousness or that anxiety is before you start, take slow, deep breaths. Just compose yourself or listen to calming music before you start. Whatever makes you calm, that is what you need to do just to get yourself your composure together. And then also at the same time, love to hear your own voice. Love your voice. Everyone has a unique voice. And you don't have to necessarily sound like me or like anybody else that you admire, but you need to sound like yourself. Be comfortable with your voice and learn to listen to your own voice so that in that way you can be the professional that you can be when you're presenting. And at the same time, I said earlier, project your voice more. Project, show that you're present and you've got the attention of the room. A friendly face is always welcoming, smile. I know that most of us, or some of us don't like to smile, but even just a slight smile will actually people come, put your audience at ease. So do that at all times and let them know that you are, enjoying what you're saying. And then start your presentation on a powerful note. What is that key word that you're starting off with? And what I started off with was to ask you, there is no fear in presentation, and let that sink in. And then you start your presentation. And then you, of course, also end your presentation strong. Something that people can remember you by, or a call to action, because as network marketers, we want people to, partner with us in the business. So give them that call to action, or give them that inspirational quote that would make them want to do make them want to be part of our business. And at last but not least, be yourself. You are your best friend. You are your best, person, and you need to be yourself naturally. You don't necessarily have to be, someone else for that matter. Next slide, my leader. Body language, your body language. Yes, how does your body speak? People judge you on your body before you even start speaking. Did you know that? Yes, it is true. People actually judge you in the first 2 or 3 minutes before you start speaking. So make sure that your body language is good, is well, in the sense that first, before eye contact, you need to look good. Show up well, dress well, and look your best at all times. If it's a professional presentation, look professional. If it's a casual one, of course, look casual, but at the same time, always look good. Maintain eye contact. Look for those 2 or 3 friendly faces in the room that you can go back to when you're feeling a little bit nervous, to kind of get your composure back, and then you look at the rest of the people. If you naturally cannot look at them in their eyes, you can look above their heads as well. That's also another technique that people tend to use. If you naturally don't want to look at people in the eyes, but try to look at 1 or 2 people now and then just to keep the eye contact more natural. And then, of course, natural gestures, no dramatic movements. Keep yourself composed and together. And at the same time, your strong posture. Shoulders back, posture straight, and do your thing. Next slide, my leader. Using your voice, practice, practice, practice. Always practice. Practice every day. This is our business where we need to be talking to people all the time. So go to the mall, talk to people, and just do that thing of coming out of your comfort zone, and just speak to a perfect stranger as to how's your day, what are what are your likes and dislikes, and those kind of things. In that way, you get their interest, and once you get their interest, you can land your business opportunity with them. Warm up your voice every day. Warm up your voice. Before I started, I kind of like sang a song so that my voice can sound a little bit more friendlier and more chirpy, even though it's very early in the morning. And you don't want to sound like you're tired, but you want to sound like you are energetic about what you're doing. So warm up your voice every day, whether it's through singing, whether it's through saying words like she sells seashells on the seashore, just to open up your jaw, and make it, your voice flowing, and your voice ready for the presentation. And like I said earlier, use your pauses for emphasis and variation as well. Next slide, my leader. I think this would be my second last slide. Yes, voice and your energy. Basically, vary your tone. Have melody in your voice, Go up and then you go down. You have emphasis as to when you want to go up to emphasize something, or when you want to go down to just close off your sentence. And control your pace. Don't be too slow that people might fall asleep, or, they get bored and start looking at their cell phones or look away and that kind of thing. Grab the attention of the room, keep your pace, and control the pace very effectively. Use pauses effectively at all times. And like I said, the melody in your voice. How do you project your voice? Is it a monotone voice? And if you know you have a monotone voice, kind of just push yourself to be a little bit variation, Say it with a bit more friendlier tone, or say it with a bit more oomph in your voice, so that you've got that zeal and that variation when it comes. And like I said, practice makes perfect. So always rehearse all the time. In actual fact, your voice is your superpower. My people, your voice is your superpower. So use it. Let's use it as network marketers. It will take us very far. Next slide, my leader. I wanted to end off with this mantra, and I wanted us to kind of, you can actually use this mantra every morning when you are, before you do your presentation, and say it out loudly and slowly and with confidence. And the mantra is, my voice carries more than words. It radiates energy, it inspires belief, connects hearts to forever living. And I think before you start your presentation, say this, put it on your phone and you say this before you start. And that will give you you build your confidence up before you start, and people can naturally see it when you start your presentation. And next slide, my leader. You can move on to the next slide, my leader. Thank you. And I just wanted to end off with this quote. To say that your voice is very unique. You've got a unique voice. Love your voice. Use it to your advantage. Use it confidently. And we are all different. You don't necessarily have to sound like anybody else. Sound like yourself. So be calm. Say that I am calm, I'm clear, and I'm confident. My words, in fact, inspire me and connect me with people that I want to connect with. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow forever network marketers, be confident in how you speak, and just remember, there's no fear when it comes to presentation. Thank you.